We're going to talk today about researching altcoins, the fundamental basics of what you need to know. Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Hope you're good, hope you had a good weekend. If you've not done so, please do like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button. It does help. Please, as I say, watch out for scammers in the world of these little comment bots you see. Be careful. So I want to talk first about my company, 30% off on a bundle pack and ultimately all courses. These are accredited courses. If you don't know, I set this company up in 2018. It's been around for a while now and I've been teaching since 2017. I'm just new to the YouTube space. I've only been here 18 months or so, give or take. So yeah, if you want to learn properly and properly learn, discount there is also a free course. If you click on the free course, quite a lot of content there. But we need to talk about researching because this is vitally important. Please, 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 please do not buy into anything that is pumped on YouTube. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why am I saying that I'm a YouTuber? Well, ultimately, the way that I conduct my business in terms of educational content, I kind of tell you how it is, right? Ultimately, majority of what you see on YouTube, a vast majority of it anyways, is paid sponsorships. It's crap. But that is just the world of influencer marketing. It's a world of having an audience. Ultimately, if a big company comes to me and goes, will you promote this for us? I'll be like, yeah, cool. What is it? And ultimately, if it's a valuable sort of thing, or if it's a proper product, if, say for example, if NordVPN came to me and go, oh, by the way, if you just drop this in your channel, I'll be like, all right then, go for it. But ultimately, there's a different sort of caveat with this, isn't there? We know. Look at the screen. So we'll talk about this in a minute. But ultimately, I want to just put this thought out there. The reason why this video is going out today is because ultimately I did a video on Friday about how to find the altcoins, how to buy them in terms of what exchanges, all kinds of stuff. The research point is the vital thing, like knowing it's not so much where to hold it and why to hold it in that wallet, for example, or ultimately what exchange to buy it on. You need the reason why to buy it. You can't just buy a coin and do your research. You've got to do it. This is the prequel. So what happened a few days ago? A certain YouTuber on the screen, unlucky, I know, but mentioned a coin. It was most likely a paid sponsorship and it zeroed itself. It literally rug pulled. It literally went from whoop, boom. And I'll show you the chart, right? So this is what happened. You can see now it's incredibly cheap. It's going up really well. It's looking amazing. Do not buy this. Disclaimer. Okay, sorry. So this is what happened, obviously. Yeah, la 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 la. And yeah. Crazy. So yeah, crazy. I'm not quite sure when that video was done, by the way. Because I can't understand that language. But either way, right? Ultimately, if a coin's going to go to zero, you do not want to be around it, as an influencer. So let's talk about researching. Please do follow me on Twitter as well. I tend to talk quite a lot on Twitter. So the first thing that you need to do in terms of the realm of researching is the obvious. What is it? You've probably heard of a coin. You've probably seen me talk about a coin. You've probably seen me talk about certain other coins, which I don't hold, but I ultimately talk about them because it's educational. You'll probably see other influencers. You'll probably see stuff on Twitter. You'll probably see all kinds of bits and bobs that catch your eyeballs, right? And you go, ooh, I like that. Okay, buy it. Don't just buy it straight away. You've got to do your research. Now, this is, again, as I say, just the basic fundamentals, right? The basic stuff, right? As I said beforehand, there's a course. I go over it in a lot more detail. Basic course, I go over it one-to-one in terms of how to go over it, full research, what to do, what to look for, what questions to look for and ask and all kinds of stuff, right? On the advanced course that's coming out on the 23rd, I go through portfolio management in terms of what types of coins to hold, different types of utilities, how much to hold with them, ultimately how to do deeper research in terms of finding out certain things, and ultimately asking certain questions in certain points. You need to know this sort of stuff. It's kind of, so to some people it's quite boring, but I kind of like this stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over a random coin. I've not even thought of a coin yet. Should we have a look at a random one? Because I want to do two variations. We'll do BAT first. Reason being, we know what BAT is. So you've probably heard of BAT, Basic Attention Token, the Brave browser, which I'm currently on. You've probably heard of it and you thought, you know what, I kind of like it. You know, it's all right. But you need to do some research. You need to find out what it is and what to look for. The first thing you need to find out and discover straight off the bat is use case. Simple as that. Use case. What is it? Well, we'll find out, won't we? We'll press continue onto the website. So already you'll see straight off the bat what it is, right? How do you know? Just read this bit, right? From the creator of JavaScript and the co-founder of Mozilla and Firefox, basically all the other funders, right? That's a good start. You already know in the first line it is the creator of JavaScript, which is very, very well known, and the co-founder of Mozilla and the Firefox browser. The second part of the website, Basic Attention Token radically improves the efficiency of digital marketing by creating a new token that can be exchanged between publishers and advertisers and users basically throughout the blockchain of the Ethereum network. Now, what does it do? It allows fair distribution of user, advertiser, publisher to get paid and to have effective advertising rates essentially on this platform. This platform that we're on as well is the Brave browser. Okay, you already know automatically they've got a product. Cool. They've got a use case. Cool. They've got a token. Yeah, cool. Open source, transparent, decentralized, and efficient. It is pretty cool. So it's got all the data. Cool. Happy days. And obviously I'm not going to go full balls deep into this research, but it's stuff you need to know. If a website does not sell you what it is on the first look, you need to look a bit harder. But ultimately, a website should be as simple as this to tell you exactly what to look for. Now, the second part, look for an FAQ. I know this sounds really noddy, but most websites have white papers, they have one pages, and they have a frequently asked questions because some people just can't grasp it and they need to learn it a different way. Also, they have videos, right? Other websites have videos. But this tells you everything in terms of the basic attention token, the basics. Go back, the sale and the fund distribution, then you got the BAT and the Brave browser, and then you got publishers. There's all kinds to know here. If you want to go even deeper, look at the team. The team is important. Why? You're probably thinking, well, does it matter? Well, yeah, because if they're coming from Facebook, PayPal, Google, Microsoft, Yahoo, etc., you know they're pretty good. And this is, again, it's got a strong team. Why? I've already mentioned it. The co-founder of Mozilla Firefox, cool, that's a good start, and the creator of JavaScript. You know, they know what they're doing. So it always makes some sort of sense, but ultimately, you need to look at the other ones that they've got. Who is the VP of marketing? Who's the VP of design? All kinds of stuff like that. You know, team's important, and I'm hoping that that kind of resonates. So we've already got there. Use case, what is it? Does it have a product? What team have we got? Has it got a decent team? Does it have a real use application that all three of those are going to go hand in hand? Have you got an experienced team to bring a good product to the world, and will it solve a problem? This has already got a problem solving nature where it's going to solve the problem between users, publishers and advertisers in a Brave browser, in a product. You know, it's not looking too bad, is it? So ultimately go through the whole team. Yeah. Advisors, hello. Previously worked at Coinbase. Important, you know, that's one. Greg Bados, angel investor, previously of Facebook and Google. These are kind of, you know, people you want to look for. And ultimately, if I just press download Brave here, it'll go to the product page. What is the Brave browser? If you don't have the Brave browser, by the way, get it. It's a lot better than what you've probably ever used in your life. I've used it for about 2 years now. It's brilliant. So yeah, that's Brave. There's other points to look at as well, though. There always is. How much volume does it have? How much supply does it have? How much supply is locked up? How much does the team hold? All these little bits and bobs you need to know. What exchanges is it on? Has it got room to grow? Is it undervalued? Loads, right? Loads. So that is what I would call a credible top crypto, in my opinion. In my opinion. I know people give me slack for rating things that you probably don't. That's an opinion based. But as I say, it is a company that you can more likely trust than what we're going to go to next. We're going to find a rug pull. We're going to go to a one where we're thinking, well, what is anything good? Now, there's all kinds of stuff. Now, we're going to look at one called Sushi Swap. Now, may not be a rug pull, it may be okay over time, but this has had some severe problems, right? And I want to explain it. This is why you want to do a lot of research and to understand that, is it credible? In my opinion, I like to invest in things that have got a test of time. Not fully brand new, but aren't going to have difficulties. Why? You're probably thinking, well, what's the gains are gone? Well, no, not really. Ultimately, you can buy as low as you possibly can, but there's that risk barrier, it's all about risk, of finding something that is squeaky brand new and could have a bug or a problem that could cause investors to panic or a black hole appearing, which happened with SushiSwap. Now, ultimately, it's still live, it's still having its thing, but you can see what happened here, right? We were trading at $11, the hype, oh, fucking look at this, it's amazing, let's buy it, it's got a food on it. And then what happened not too long afterwards? Now let's just look at the state of what happened. Imagine in an 18-day period, you bought at $11 and it went all the way down to $1.74. And actually went a lot lower, went to 57 cents. But this is a whole thing about research. You need to find something that you're confident in. And this is a developer sort of element where it was brand new and there was problems. Problems can happen with any coin, but when the product is fully released, it's got a bit of time, it's got a good team, and there's things on this you're probably unaware of. Now, there was a big problem with SushiSwap. It kind of had a bug and the money evaporated, right? Basically, I think the co-founder of FTX, the exchange, kind of helped out as well, managed to rescue this project. But it does now ruin your confidence as an investor, thinking, oh shit, you know. And there's certain things with this that you need to be aware of in terms of, like, you've probably noticed already the difference in what it is. The application, the look, the team, everything. It's totally chalk and cheese. And you probably think, well, it's all about risk appetite. And ultimately, YouTubers and alike of like influencers will get paid to promote stuff that is brand new and is radical and risky because the gains are there. Some people just don't give a shit about the followers, ultimately. But as I'm saying, I'm not pinpointing this out, but this is chalk and cheese. You can see that. This is all about, you know, the world of like yield farming and DeFi and stuff like that. Product? Is it going to change the world? No. No. Is it going to do anything like, you know, amazing? Probably not. You know, is it a flash in a pan sort of thing? Probably. All this stuff we just don't know. And this is where the different elements are. It is basically a decentralized DEX, which is virtually a copy and a carbon copy of Uniswap. You know, is it worth investing in? Probably not. You got to look at that. And we're going to finish off finally on one more example of like something that is, you know, when you go on this website, by the way, just to give you an idea, if you go to currencies, you get all the information of what they're doing. But if you go to recently added, just to give you an idea, there is fucking thousands of coins, right? Sorry about the rudeness, but ultimately, you're always going to get that shiny object syndrome. As I say, I always invest in the stuff that's had a test of time, that's got a huge backers, big team, and ultimately a great product that is going to potentially change the world. Some of these, no. You know, you got to think of that. So when you're looking at this, we've got 7,684 cryptocurrencies recognized on this website. A lot of them are utter dog turd. Awful. And pull the rug.finance. You know, like, yeah. And I can imagine my inbox now thinking, woohoo, I've probably seen a few of these, but here's another one. Another example for you. This was another coin that went out and it rug pulled. You know, this is the second launch of it. This has got issues. And if you look at the website, you probably notice anyways that what is it going to do? A global currency built to serve the people. What does it do? I don't have a clue. You know, stake your coin on your terms, earn high interest passively and securely, collect your earnings on time. I mean, what is it? You know, anyone could get on these, by the way, just to put it out there. Don't get fooled by this. Now, this is stuff I go on in my course a bit more in terms of like partnerships, sponsorships, how to verify them. And this is all to do with like the Hex token and stuff. And this has already had one severe rug pull. You've got to be careful. And this is why risk management is so important. But again, is it going to change the world? Probably not. Is it designed to make people rich? Yes. The fucking team, not you as an investor. Be careful with that. And you can probably tell my passion talking about this, because ultimately you've got to do your research. Now, people ask me about Chainlink as an example, just to finish off this video. I'm not comfortable buying Chainlink at these prices. Upside potential? Lots of it. Yes, I know. But the team hold a lot of the tokens, a lot of them, too many of them in my opinion. That could affect the price. In a bull run, dump them on us? Yeah, it could definitely happen. Depends when you buy though. But for me, $12, I'll miss it. If it goes down to $3 or $2 and we'll have a mega bearish market, and it happens, and it's still quite good fundamental wise, and the tokens have been slashed and burnt or whatever, I'll look at it a bit differently. But it's all about research. For me, in my parameters, I won't buy a coin that is held massively by teams that could be dumped on the market. It's not too bad if you're actually holding from a very, very early point. If you've bought a Chainlink at like $1, $2, you probably won't be affected if it goes on a big run from now. But if you're buying tops and you're like, ooh, looks really good, and then to take profits, it looks pretty bad. It's happened with Litecoin, it's happened with Ethereum. They do dump them on you. It happens. But overall, investing is about research, and I hope I've given a lot of examples. So the main things to remember, right? How old is it? Has it had a little bit of time in? Does it have a fully working product? Or does it have new developments coming that are quite exciting for it? Team. Has it got a good team? Does it have volume? Is it on recognized exchanges? Ultimately, you've got to be careful with your money. Use risky bags, i.e. little amount of money, to put them into little risky new things that are quite flashy. But ultimately, those could go wrong very quickly. You want to grow as an investor. You're not gambling, remember? So, hope you enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell button. And yeah, I'll see you again very, very soon. Tomorrow, maybe. Who knows?